So the example is like this. So the example is design a reinforced box culvert having a clear ventway, okay, having a clear ventway of 3 meter cross 3 meter. Okay, so here the superimposed dead load is given as is dead load basically, or I can say like this. Just a moment. Yeah. Dead load on the culvert. Culvert is 12.8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. The life load is estimated as 50 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. Next, the density of soil. Density of soil at site is 18 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay. Also, the angle of repose is given. So, angle of repose equals to 30 degrees. 30, 30 degrees. Okay. And it is given that we have to adopt M20 grade concrete and Fe415 HYST bars. Okay, this is given. Okay, so now how to approach to this problem? Okay, so as I told that, sorry, the solution. Okay, so here in the solution, the first one is data given. So step one, what is step one? What is the data given? Okay, so this data given, it carries 1 mark. Okay, so here you can see, so basically before I go to the data given, I would like to talk about what are the details given in the question. Okay, so so in the question it is given that this is the box culvert. Okay, and it is the box culvert, the cross section is in the shape of a square. Okay, and so this is the outer one. I beg your pardon, my drawing is not that accurate, so please bear with that. Okay, but still I am trying my level best. Okay, so it is given that this inside vent way, this one, it is 3 meters, and this one, it is also 3 meters. Okay, so from this, what we can conclude is the first one is the clear span. Clear span equals to 3 meters. Okay, so and the height of ventway, height of vent, we may call it, height of vent equals to 3 meters. And in the question, it is given that the dead load is, so I'm writing DL equals to 12.8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. Next one, light load LL equals to 50 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. Now, density of soil, then SITY, density of soil, it is given as 18 kilonewton per meter cube. Angle of repose, 30 degrees. And the grade of concrete and grade of cement is this one. So we can write directly as FCK. FCK equals to 20. Fy equals to 415 Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. Okay, that's it. This is the data given. Okay, next, the second step. So here we need to make the dimensions of the box culvert. Okay, dimensions of the box culvert. Okay, now what are the dimensions of the box culvert? So let us say this thickness, this one, this thickness, we call it as TW, that is thickness of web, and this thickness we call it as TS. Okay, so TS equals to thickness of slab. Okay, TW equals to thickness of web. Okay, now, so we only know about this this dimension, the height of vent and the span, clear span. We all know that. Okay, so let us assume that per meter width. Okay, the thickness is 100 millimeter. Okay, so we can write like this. So we can write like this, adopting the thickness of of slab as 100 mm per meter span. We have so the thickness will be the thickness the thickness TW equals to TS equals to 3 into 100, that becomes 300 mm. Here it is mm. So this one, so this TW is 300 mm and this is 300 mm as well, right? Okay. So now the effective span becomes, so the effective going class, effective span equals to, so the clear span it is 3 meters. Okay, so it is 3 meters plus half of this one and half of this one, right? So it will be 3000. So 3 meters equals to 3000 mm. So 3000 plus 300 by 2 plus 300 by 2. So that becomes 3300 mm, right? Okay. Now, the third step, step 3. Okay. So in the third step, we can do the load calculation. Okay. Now, so as I told you earlier in the classes that let us say I'm using this color. Okay. Let us say this is the box culvert. For example, this is the box culvert. I beg your pardon again because my this handwriting, the drawing and all, it is not up to the mark. So I hope you please bear with that. Okay. So as I told, so here you see now what are the loads coming to this structure. Okay. So the first load will be, let us say, I'll use this greening. Okay. Now let us say this one. Okay, so the first one will be the, let us say, the dead load. Okay, that, so how much is the dead load coming to the structure? What is the value given in the question? The dead load is, or superimposed dead load, whatever you may call it, is 12.8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, now along with that, one more load is also there, that is the life load. Okay, so the life load will also be a uniformly distributed load. It is already given in the question. So we have a life load that is also coming. So the life load, that is LL. So the life load is, what is the life load? The life load is given as 50 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, now apart from that, on this slab, okay, this slab has got its own uh, its own dead load. Okay, so let me, okay, so this slab also has its own dead load, okay, or self weight. Okay, that will also be there. Okay, so now let us do the calculation. Okay, so the first one is, let us say, the weight of this top slab. Okay, so I can write weight of top slab. What is the weight of the top slab? So it is the density into the thickness. Okay, so the density of concrete is around, what is the value? It is 24 kilonewton per meter cube into, what is the thickness we have taken? The thickness is, it is 0.3. So that becomes 7.2 kilonewton per meter square. That is the dead self weight. Here I can write self weight of the top slab. Now the second one is the superimposed dead load. So superimposed dead load. Okay, so it is 12.8 kilonewton per meter square. Now the third one is the life load. Life load. Life load, it is 50 kilonewton per meter square. So if I total this value, so total load, it is coming as, it is 7.2 plus 12.8 plus
Sir,
50. Yes.
sorry, you have mentioned density of soil is equal to 24. But
24 it is. Huh?
but in
No,
question
no,
you have
no,
but
that
in
is the
question
density of the soil. Babu, what is the density of concrete? This one, this slab, it is made up of concrete.
yeah,
Okay,
okay, sir.
you just check
Yes, sir.
this one. Okay,
That so
so
that one is
see,
so density of concrete means
yes,
24 you have to mention.
yes, this one is 24. This, see,
Oh,
here in the question it is given, it is the density of soil at site, that is 18. This is the density of soil. Don't confuse with the density of soil and density of concrete. Okay, let me okay, or else what I will do, I'll just unshare this, and I'll share my screen directly. Okay, now see, so I'll be opening one, control N. Okay, now let us say a box culvert. Okay, so if I open a box culvert, see here. Okay, let us say this one. This is the typical box culvert. This one. Can you see this one? This one on the left.
yes,
I'm
sir.
opening it here. Okay. So see now this one, or uh, I'll uh, copy image, paint. Now see this one. Okay, I'll paste it here. I'll just I'll just zoom this. Okay. Now see this one. So here this top slab, this is made up of concrete. This entire whole structure, it is made up of concrete. Okay. So the self weight of this slab, it will be, it will be
Density of
the
concrete and
density of concrete, right? Okay.
yes, sir.
So that is what, where is Incodo? Yeah. Okay. So that is what I have added 24 over here. Okay. So okay. So the total load, it is coming to be as, how much it is coming? It is coming as, what is the total load? It is
70, sir.
70 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. So now what will be the weight of the vertical side wall? Okay, I'm talking about this one. Okay, what will be the weight of this vertical side wall? we need to calculate that one also. Okay, so that I can put it as weight of vertical sidewall. So weight of vertical sidewall will be, again, what is the thickness? Thickness is 0.3 into the overall length is it is 3.3 into the density. So it is 24. So that becomes, it is 24 kilonewton per meter. Okay. Oh, sorry. It is into 1 per meter width will be, so it will be 24 kilonewton. Okay, not kilonewton per meter, because this will come as a concentrated load. Okay, so this load over here, so it is 24 kilonewton. This side is also 24 kilonewton. Okay, right. So the next one is E. The second next one is the soil pressure. Okay, now what about the soil pressure? What about the soil pressure? Okay, so see here. So the soil pressure, okay, so this one, let me share. Okay, so see here. Now, sorry, yeah, see here. Okay, or no, this diagram is not good. So, okay, let us open which diagram, which one will be better. Okay, this one. Copy image. Okay, now see here. I hope all of you can see this image. Okay, this is a typical cross section of the box culvert. Okay, so we have calculated the dead load of the self weight of the slab, the live load, and the dead load which is coming to it. We have also calculated the weight of the vertical slab. Now you can see here. So the sides of this one. Okay, these sides, these are covered with soil, right? This side, this one, it is covered with soil. This one, it is covered with soil. So generally, so definitely these soil will also put some kind of forces on the vertical side wall, that is this one. Okay, on this vertical side wall, we will have the forces also. Okay, so how we are going to calculate those? Okay, so that is where we will be using the angle of repose and the density of the soil. Okay, so that's why it is given in the question that the density of the soil at the site is also already mentioned. Okay, so for the soil pressure, so let us say the soil pressure is given as P, so that will be W into H into 1 minus sine phi by 1 plus sine phi. Okay. Now, what is this W? W is the where W is the density of soil at site. H, what is H? H is the height. This one, this height, okay, or height of the vent we have taken. Okay, height of vent. Next, what is phi? Phi is the angle of repose. Okay, now, so now easily we can calculate what is the value of P. Okay, so P equals to the density of soil, it is 18, okay, into what is the height, it is 3.3 meters, okay, then 1 minus sine, what is the phi? So angle of repose, it is given as 130 degrees, so 1 minus sine 30 by 1 plus sine 30. Okay, now please calculate what will be the soil pressure. So the soil pressure will be, it is coming as, if we calculate, it will come as 20 kilonewton per meter square. So again, it will be, you can see here. So here, the see, I already told this soil pressure will be in the form of a uniformly distributed load, right? This one, okay. So now let us okay, then we have another three loads are there. Okay, what are the three loads? So another one is the ultimate lateral pressure due to the superimposed dead load and live load. Okay, so this is for the soil one, okay, the lateral soil, and due to the superimposed dead load and live load also, we will have certain uniform lateral pressure, okay, and that one will be in the sidewall as well. Okay, so that we will write it as, so here the next one, I'll go to the next page. Okay, the second page. Okay, so here I can write now. So here it was E, and it will be F there. Okay, so F. Okay, so F will be the uniform lateral pressure due to the effect of superimposed dead load and live load, right? Okay, so that will be calculated as, let us say I am representing it as capital P. Okay, so again that capital P equals to DL plus LL, okay, into 1 minus sine phi by 1 plus sine phi, right? So this implies the capital P equals to, what is the dead load? Dead load is given as 12.8 plus live load, it is given as 50 into 1 minus sine 30 degrees divided by 1 plus sine 30 degrees. Okay, so now I can see that this one is coming as, so P equals to 21 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, that is F. Now another thing will be there. Okay, that is the uniform lateral pressure due to the superimposed dead load only. Okay, only dead load. Okay, so we can also write, so uniform lateral pressure due to the effect of superimposed dead load surcharge only. Surcharge means it is somewhat extra, we are saying. Okay, that will be, so that will be, again let us, I say it is P dash. Okay, so P dash equals to, the only dead load is 12.8 into 1 minus sine phi divided by 1 plus sine phi. So it is 12.8 into 1 minus sine 30 divided by 1 plus sine, sorry, sine 30. Okay, so it is coming as, so this implies P dash equals to, it is coming as 4.26 kilonewton per meter square. Now let us come to the diagram. Okay, so sorry. Okay, now I'll just erase. Okay, now see here. Okay, now let us say the water, it, let us say the water, it is going in this direction, or let us say the water, it is, for example, let's say it is coming from that side, that is, let's say the up upside. Okay, and let us say this is downside. Okay, okay, so water is coming from the side to this side. Okay, now, so that water will definitely have some pressure on the side walls. Okay, definitely it will have some pressure on the side walls. Okay, now you may see, let us say the water level is here, or the water level is in between. Okay, then the, so, and here along this side, let us say the water level is also, or it is, let's say, half filled. Okay, so if it is half filled, then the pressure will be in the form of a triangular load. Okay, definitely it will be in the form of a triangular load. So here the pressure will be 0 and the maximum pressure will be at the bottom side. Okay, now let us say that the this water level here is full, or it is, the water level is along this line, or here and here. Okay, so that means that what will be the water pressure? Let's say the water level is here. Okay, so it will be again a triangular load which will be acting on the vertical side wall. Okay, that we need to calculate. Okay, so like here we have another one triangular load. Here also we will be having another triangular load. Okay, so where the lowest value is here on the top, that is 0, and at the bottom the maximum value we will find out now. Okay, so how we will find out that value? Okay, so that value, let us say we are representing it as H. Okay, or yeah, or we will do that in H. Okay, so intensity of water pressure. Okay, so let us say the, that we are giving it as WP. For example, I'm using it as WP, intensity of water pressure. So intensity of water pressure WP equals to the density of water, okay, into the height. Okay, so what is the density? It is 10. So 10 into 3.3. So that is 33 kilonewton per meter square. That's it. Okay. So now let us draw all these loading conditions. Okay. Let us draw all the loading conditions. Okay. So let me go to the first page. Okay. So see, the first one, the load. Okay. So the first one is, how much is the first one? It is coming as 70 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, this is the total load and all. Okay, so let us draw that. Okay, so let us give the heading as loading cases, LOADING, loading cases considered for the box culvert. Okay, now what are the loading conditions that we are considering for the box culvert? The first one is, so it will have a uniformly distributed load of 70 kilonewton per meter square. So if it is 70 kilonewton per meter square, it is load is acting. So definitely it will have a reaction from the bottom surface as well, right? So that we can write, okay, as 70 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. Now the next one is the weight of the vertical side wall. Okay. Now, what is the weight of the vertical side wall we calculated? What is the value of the weight of vertical side
24.
wall? So
24,
it
sir.
is 20. Yes, it is 24 kilonewton. So this side also will be, this will be again, it is only a point load or concentrated load, 24 kilonewton. Okay. Right. Now, next one, what is the next load? What is the next load we calculated? The soil pressure. The soil pressure is, this is the
20
soil
kilonewton
pressure.
per meter square.
Yes. So it is a uniform soil pressure. So it is, the soil pressure is 20 kilonewton per meter square, 20 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. Now, what is the uniform lateral pressure due to the superimposed dead load and live load? So again, it will be same. It will be in the form of a uniformly distributed load on the both vertical walls. Okay, that will be, so how much is this one we calculated? It is 21 kilonewton per meter square, again 21 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, now I'm going to the next one. Next, what is the uniform lateral pressure due to the effect of dead load only? So that dead load only will be, how much is the value?
4.2.
4.2. Okay, so this is 4.2 kilonewton per meter square. This is 4.2 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, now the next one is intensity of water pressure. So intensity of water pressure, it will be in the form of, as I said, it will be in the form of a triangular load, right? Okay. Okay. One thing I said wrong, but nobody corrected me. One thing I told wrong, but nobody corrected me. Who can say? So here,
So
knowingly I
superimpose
told,
dead load only you have made same,
no,
sir.
no, 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 no,
That
no. See, I'm talking about this one, the soil pressure. Okay. Now, the soil pressure, it the soil pressure is, what is the soil pressure? Only the soil pressure. I'm talking about the soil pressure. Okay. Now, just tell me one thing. Knowingly, I wanted to know whether you guys were attentive in the class or not. Now you see the, so just like the water, okay. So just like the water, the prince is, see, if water is filled here, so here the water pressure will be least, and here the water pressure at this point will be the maximum. Okay. Now, if we talk about this side, okay, will, so since this one is filled with soil, okay, so whether here the pressure will be minimum, can I say the pressure will be minimum here and it will be maximum here? So if that is the case, this soil pressure will be in the form of a triangular load, not an uniformly distributed one. Nobody gave pointed this out that sir, you are doing this wrong. I wanted to know whether all you guys are attentive or not. Nobody said that sir, you are telling this wrong. There it should be. So he, on the vertical side wall it should be, so it will be the on the top it will be the maximum one. Huh? Nobody said, nobody corrected. Hmm? See, guys, don't neglect the subject. Okay, okay, I'll draw this afresh. Nobody corrected me. Nobody corrected this. Purposefully, I did that, but nobody corrected. Strange. Just like the water pressure, it will be a triangular one. Okay, rest everything is correct, what I told. But this one purposefully I told wrong. But nobody pointed out this one. Okay. Okay, so we have till here we have calculated the loading. Okay, this one I forgot to mention. It is 33 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so in the next class I will be talking about the analysis of, okay, see, we have the loads here. So due to these loads, we will be having shear forces, we will be having thrusts, and we will be having moments. Okay. So that we will consider in the next class. That I will teach you how to calculate all those stuffs in the next class. Okay. So Bhargav, are you here?